My name's Skin Phillips. I'm a team manager at Adidas now. Before that, I was a photographer at Transworld. Before that, I worked for Rad Magazine, Thrasher, but born in Swansea and grew up in Swansea and started doing skateboard photography in '82. My mum and my dad always took me to cinema. And on the Kingsway, the old Odeon, I went to see a double bill in the afternoon with my mum. Every movie back then was a B movie before it. And there was this movie called Skatedata. And I remember watching Skatedata thinking, oh man, fuck. So when I first saw it in the 60s, it was something I used to sort of like wanted to do, but it was a fad in the 60s and it was a fad in the 70s. But in the 70s, when Eurethink came, it really took off, like really, really fast. And everybody in Britain rode a skateboard. And I sort of fell in love with it. At Langland, they had ramps going up in driveways. How Langland to me was like dogged out. Dave Fry's surf shop, like all the dudes like looked like Jay Adams, Tony Alva, and like it was like, oh my God, Dave Fry's surf team, you know. We had our own thing. And in the 80s, we started really, when it was dead, we sort of started all again. And then we built all the ramps, everyone came, and we created a really amazing senior with Morpher. Loshi was there at the contest, Miller was there, 2 Powell demos, Hensley came through at the end of it. Plan B came. It was Plan B because it was Danny Way, Rick Howard, Mike Carroll. It was wet there, and we went to the NCP car park and did a demo. Right, Danny Way was on fucking Kingsway car park doing a demo, like Flatland with Rick Howard and Mike Carroll. It was like people came. You couldn't work here as a skateboard photographer. My work was ongoing, but I really wanted to get better and I was really passionate about it. I got a job in Transworld in '94 and Grant Britton tutored me. He kind of became my mentor. I think that anyone who wants to get into the arts, who doesn't fit into school in an academic way, who sees things a little bit differently, my advice would be learn everything. Learn all the programs, learn, like, just really study hard and you know, read about it, absorb it, everything from painting to photography to film, like, learn about everything and just find your niche and just try and build on that little groove you have. And don't burn a bridge, because you're gonna have to walk back over that bridge. You learn that maybe too late. If you're gonna burn a bridge, make sure you're never gonna go over it again, ever. I burned 2 in my life, and I knew I was never going to walk over it again. I got a shoe coming out on Adidas, coming out in January, in this program called Respect Your Roots. It's about the people who have stories in skateboarding, so they've given me this shoe called the Skate. It's black and white, which is I used to wear. I wore the kangaroo leather business all the time, and I used to wear this shoe called the Skate in Gonzalez colors. And those are the only 2 shoes I ever wore, really, and they've made the 2 into 1 shoe for me as a surprise. As a thank you, really. It was just, you know, it's such an honor for me to have the shoe. And then something happened and the story moved up a tier. So we decided to come back here, do a little documentary. We're here for a long weekend. We came in, we did the auction, went to the game yesterday. We won't talk about what happened at the game yesterday. We went to the game yesterday, and we're here doing a demo today, and we're doing lots of things. We're raising awareness. We're trying to raise money for the park with the auction and this as well. So everything we raise is going back to Exist and to keep it going. Council should be doing that, but you know, we're all helping to do it. And then this story then that we're doing, that's going to launch Adidas Skateboarding's year at Bright in January 19th. So we're going to go there, premiere this little thing we've done, the little documentary. I'm going to talk about our movie Away Days coming up in, it's going to premiere in LA on May the 12th. So Away Days is our big story. It's our first full-length video. And we've got Alec in there and Blondie, so you know, it's Swansea seeing professional skateboarding for the first time in a long time, and that means a lot to me. So we're doing multiple things at once. We're trying to kill 5 birds with 1 stone.